So with regards to this really old TV movie, this time not quite cinematic movie. I mean, it's not quite cinematic per se, but Anyway, yeah. I did once watch 12 Angry Men. Um, no, this is made by the same person, and it did in fact remind me of 12 Angry Men. It's quite similar, except it's not set in a single room. And yeah, it's the pilot of the Defender. Apparently, is it Defender or Defender? Apparently, there's bazillion episodes. It's evolved into bazillion episodes. Defender, singular. So yeah, it was interesting, but the ending was strange. I don't know. I mean, how easily that could work with most. Like if you could, I mean, I'm assuming that can be done in any court case. If so, does it really work? I mean, if you just simply find someone who looks like the defendant and switch them around and then try to trick witnesses into thinking they're pointing at him. I don't know. Interesting idea, I guess. I don't know if anyone has ever tried it for real. But otherwise, it seems like a gimmick, doesn't it? So, in a way, well, I mean, 12 Angry Men was sort of gimmicky as well somehow. So it did discuss this. I mean, this in a way discussed the moral aspects as well and such of it, but ultimately it did devolve down to gimmicky sort of situation, not so much, um, you know, you would think. I mean, obviously, 12 Angry Men was more about the jury themselves deciding it, whereas here the jury doesn't even talk at all. So slightly different, but still, talk of morality and such happens, but not quite. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting, I suppose. The quality itself of what I saw, what I had, yeah. I don't know if it's because of if it's a TV movie or what. I mean, it's from '57, so it really shouldn't be. I mean, I've seen better from earlier. I'm not sure why '57 is seems so crude. Or it almost seems like someone recorded it. I mean, it's not like it's supposed to be some sort of you know, but and the subtitles were quite a fun experience. I think they were Google translated. Yeah, that's yeah. Anyway, it was nearly as interesting as 12 Angry Men, not quite so. Um, but it's just I don't know, one of those strange ones. I mean, in real life, that ever happened, and hmm, so apparently the directed verdict thing that happened at the end was superseded by something else very similar, which is just a name change, nothing else. But yeah, um, so yeah, it's also sort of started careers of several actors. Um, hmm, Steve McQueen, who was fairly young there, and Shatner, who is now 89. He was, I think, in his 20s there. Hmm. Most others have died, but not quite all. There's someone else, apparently a juror, who's gone on now to have over 400 film credits after this TV movie. That's quite something. 400. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it's quite humdrum in a way. I mean, besides the trick ending, sort of a twist, but um, as he himself said, it's just obviously they did try to play on this thing with the father and son. I mean, the nepotistic element isn't quite right, I suppose. Even if they disagree, I don't know if it's possible in real life where you get your son to accompany you. It's quite kind of bizarre. I mean, at the very least, I suppose separately, but who knows? Even if father and son disagree, it's sort of improper, isn't it? There was another part where I thought his father also um, had um, a question which led, but it wasn't called out to be a leading question. Not sure why. There were a few moments like that. At the beginning, he seemed to have a robust defense despite what he supposedly believed, which was later revealed, and then the defense, yeah, started to wane a bit. Um, but it still doesn't seem to be the right sort of defense. I mean, at the end, he just resolved to, properly defend him, but that's not really a proper defense. A proper defense would be just, you know, just relies on questioning mainly. So I'm not sure why he thought, by resolving to do that, he just, he relies on that trick. Well, I'm honestly wondering whether anyone ever tried it in real cops. Maybe I'll just go and check and see if anyone really ever tried it. It'd be sort of interesting, but strange. I wonder if there were different verdicts every time if it was tried. So that's something to look out for, I suppose. Isn't other than that, yeah, it's a relic of its time, I suppose. It's a TV movie.